the new Accelerator. Alright. Well, as you guys know, the wrong one had come in before, and it was time for, I had to have them order me a new one. So it was just a direct swap out. The other one, the mouth of it was open like this whole width, like to about there. The piece that stuck out was wider. This was bigger. What it did is it went in behind the deck. It was open like that far, so grass would end up shooting out there, you know. And then it was hitting the tire, so everything was wrong. They had to order me the right one, which they did. So I just ran up and I swapped it out with this one. And the other thing is, I need a battery for this. You know, I had to jump start it again to back it off the trailer, and now it'll sit here for even 10-15 minutes and it'll start right back up. But then if it sits in there for any more than a day, it's dead. So I'm going to swap that out. I went and got a new battery. I'm going to clean these terminals up, because if you're going to swap it, you might as well, right? And I went to Home Depot today. Oh, it's a new speed feed head, because there's that combi system I got with the paddle wheel, and I also got a trimmer head, because a lot of times I like to run it without the guard on it, and my other trimmers without the guard, it allows a lot more string out, and sometimes it allows out too much and it bogs the weed whacker right down. Trimmer head there, they say if you put that Echo speed feed on there, it voids the warranty. I really don't care, because once it craps out, I'll just junk it and buy a new one anyway. Check this out. They make all different series of these. This one, heavy duty rugged reacher, I got at Home Depot. It says it can pick up a log. The main reason I got it, you watched a cleanup video the other day, man, I was hurting for a day and a half in my back from picking up all the sticks. And a buddy of mine said, I got the same problem. Why don't you just go buy one of them grabber things? That's what I use. And I lay out a tarp and I pick up a bunch of sticks and then I throw them on the tarp. He goes, you only bend over once or twice, a couple times maybe, depending on how many are there. But use one of those. So I said, you know what, I bought one before and it fell apart. He goes, yeah, you bought a cheap one. Go buy a good one. So I spent 29 bucks on that one. And my buddy has real good ones he got from Lowe's. It's made by a company called Arcmate, A-R-C-M-A-T-E. And his are really good. But I got this one at Home Depot. And you can pull the end out and turn it, and then it snaps back in, so you can have it different ways if you want. But anyway, so yeah, I got that. And I got these new hooks. Oh yeah, I'm a sucker for Milwaukee. And unlike you guys that write them sweet love letters and get shit for free, some of us have to buy our stuff. So those are on sale at Home Depot, the heavy duty demolition ones for $9.95. So I bought those. And I bought these. These are heavy. These are heavy duty. They're strong. But I've had an issue for 2 years now. I've had these in there. See how that's bent? These are the ones I put in there for my trimmers a while back. This is the old style at Home Depot, and I had to re-weld that because it broke off. And I raised that one up higher because I have the Edge It Pro on there, and I needed it up higher. But they lose their strength. They're great because the head sits in there, and they do great, but they definitely lose their strength and before too long. So I may end up having to move this board up higher, or sister it, put another one in so I can put it up so it's that high. But I'm thinking these are going to work really nice. So I got 3 new ones for the 2 trimmers and the pull hedge trimmers. These ones have worked fantastic for the backpack blowers. And then for these, oh yeah, somebody asked me when I was using these hedge trimmers the other day in the video, are those the HS45s? And I couldn't remember. No, they are the HS56C. Those are the ones I got. So those of you that were asking, look at this. I keep bending this up and it's lost its strength. It's just shot. So I'm going to replace those. Maybe not today, I don't know. But I'm going to replace it with these. Pretty sweet. So anyway, now I have to mount, I have to put that battery on, and I have to mount this bagger. So time to get that done. They send all the bolts and everything with it. I'm hoping, and then they show the different types of mounts you can get depending on the mower you have. I'm hoping this is going to work. We'll find out. Okay, well, I didn't record I was gonna record all that, but then somebody ran a bungee cord across the top of this and had it half screwed in there, so I cut it out, and then I realized afterwards that there's slots in there, and I could have just pulled it down like that and popped it right out. But oh well, it's gone. I need the actual correct piece that goes across the top here that holds this in, which I will eventually find. But there was a whole ton of grass and nasty stuff in there. The top of, there's supposed to be a top to this battery case, and apparently there is not. I knew that when I got it. I think Ryan said that he has it. He's just got to find it for me. But anyway, no big deal. So I cleaned these terminals up, dropped the other battery in there, and now I'm just tightening these up. So they're nice and snug. Now, there is the solenoid down there that they run to, and those look pretty nasty too. So if I'm not going to do it right now, but if I end up having a problem down the road, I will know that I need to clean those up. And that may even be my problem now. If you have a bad connection, that will definitely cause starting problems and problems with recharging the battery the correct way, all that stuff. But that may have been my problem in the first place, but the battery was old. I don't know how old enough. It needed to be changed anyway, so now it's changed. Alright, well, let's see if it starts. Nice. Now the true test will be, I'll put it back in there tonight, and then in a couple days I will check it again. And if it fires right up, then I'll know it's good. So, there's my mess. My apologies, but I wanted to film mounting this and drilling it so you guys could see it, but it's all very self-explanatory. It's exactly like any grass catcher. Pack them, rack them, stack them, anything. Anyway, I just put it on there, and, you know, I hook the mount to the bagger, and it kind of flops in here, so you just got to take your time, be patient. I set it on there, got it lined up to where I want, and then I drew a line with a Sharpie to where I want it, and then I took it off, and then I set it back on there. I put it on with a clamp, C-clamp to hold it in place, drilled the first hole, put the bolt in there, tightened it down, and then drilled my second hole, and that's all I did. I should definitely be doing cleanups already, but I can't really do anything because we just got a bunch of rain again. Now they're calling for freezing rain, ice tomorrow night. It's just been horrendous. You know, as soon as everything starts to dry and harden up enough where I could get some equipment on that lawn, blow out flower beds, bag them, you know, clean the stuff up, bam, we get hit with rain, it softens it right back up again. Not really sure where you guys will get the best view, but this is how easy these ones go on. It goes in, down like that. Let's see. Now that's not good. Now they said this one would fit it perfectly, and it did seem to go on there pretty good when I first put it on. But see, now I got a little gap there, and I'm hitting that frickin' tire. Exactly like I said was going to happen. And I can't have that, obviously. And if I move the mount out so this was out anymore, so it was out away from the tire, then what? Then it's going to leave a gap there. Not very happy about this. Alright, now all I gotta do is tighten it down. But I had to remount that hole so I had a little wiggle room on the back mount there. And I had to cut off a tab that was down there that was blocking the bracket from going in a little bit. See, there's a very thin gap there, not much. I'm not real happy with the gap that's in here. It's not a whole heck of a lot, but if you look back there, it's not hitting the tire now, which it only misses it by a very little bit. But if I remember correctly, last time I had the Accelerator on my other mowers, it was the same way. Like, these things are defined tolerances, so I don't know. I'm hoping that's that. Let's tighten this down. It's touching, it's not touching, kind of back and forth, depends on the wiggle of the deck. Isn't that weird? I don't know, I may have to tweak it more later, but it's barely touching, and you know, it's smooth. It's not like it's going to destroy the tire or the bagger, but I still don't like how it is like that to a degree. So what I will do is keep an eye on it, and I may end up tweaking that even more. As a matter of fact, I can almost guarantee you I'm going to, because I don't like that. But no big deal. Just little bits at a time and work it out a little bit, drill a hole a little bigger, and I can slide the back part out and the front part in more, because I got a little bit I can go in the front, which would probably make up that exact difference. So I've said it before, I'll say it again. I say it a million times. If you're not prepared to tweak stuff, if you don't have the patience or I don't really know how to say it. Mentally, you got to be able to figure stuff out in your head. And if you don't know how to do the stuff, you're in the wrong business, because it's non-stop. Or you're just going to pay somebody a lot of money to do it for you. So you got to be able to figure this stuff out. But thanks for watching, guys. And that is that. We got the new battery in the Ferris, the accelerator on here, so when I want to use this instead of the walker to bag. And that's it. Hopefully soon, mowing videos. Alright, so I know it's hard to tell, but there's a gap there now, and that's a lot closer than it was before, but maybe you can tell better that way. I don't know. Not much of a gap, and doesn't need to be. But I did take it back off and grind that down. It was uneven. Somebody had a grass catcher or something on here before, and I think they probably welded the mount on there and cut it off, because it was all jagged up, and you can tell somebody had done some half-ass shady welding on there. So anyway, I ground it down so that bracket would sit level, which it wasn't, and that's why the accelerator was way off. So I believe I have it fixed now, and now the bracket's sitting level and the bagger evened itself out. So it can always be tweaked again later if I need to, but I think that's fine. I think it'll be alright. So, done.